Supercoach 360.
Supercoach 360. Animation.
Supercoach 360 podcast.
Especially when you're on his money, you can't afford to buy another pair.
But, I mean, I dare say they're both not on great
How
cash.
do you know they weren't Will Smith's wife's shoes?
Why? Why do you have to go for that? Like, where's the fun in that punchline? I hope you're all laughing at it.
Someone did. Someone.
Yeah, exactly. Like, I mean, you're just referencing something topical without, like, no context.
All right, where are we going with the show?
Yeah, that's it. We do. We got some buy, hold, sells we got to talk about. Thank you, Connor, for keeping us on track. You like the train. No, that's not yours. That's, boom, there we go.
So what, this Ross goes? Oh,
Pardon? No, buy, hold, sell. Thanks to Totally Addicted to Supercoach, Julian Leggy. Is it Leggy or Ledge? I think it's Leggy. All right, so he's knocked it down a bit this week. He was doing it team by team and a bit of game analysis throughout the first few rounds, but he's just knocked it down to just straight buy, hold, sell lists. So for the buys, Dane Gagai keeps getting it done. He reckons he's a potential centre wing keeper. Yay or nay?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm loving what I'm seeing. I mean, there's a reason. We've mentioned him almost every week on this show. I haven't bought him in yet, but he'll be one of the first upgrades that I do, for sure. Of any of the cheapies that I've got in my crop at the moment, which I don't see as keepers, he'll be the first one that I upgrade to, or the target anyway. Yeah. Probably once he gets back from Origin.
Yeah, the problem is you will lose him guaranteed for
Origin. 100%.
So you'll get him, don't get me wrong, you still got, 9 weeks till Origin? 8 weeks till Origin, still a lot of...
It's a lot of points.
A lot of points to be had from Dane.
What's he averaging?
High 60s, I think.
I'll pull it up.
I think it's high 60s you'll find. I'm a big fan of what he does there, to be brutally honest with you. He's your key man for attack. Ponga doesn't even seem to be that guy.
No, Ponga's been very quiet, a lot focused in the middle, and yeah, Dane's been outstanding on that right edge. Him and Clifford are really starting to click pretty well, so happy days, I think, ahead for Gags owners, which probably in turn could translate to Dominic Young being on his outside, but he just doesn't have the base like Gags does, so...
Yeah. So what's his average? 78?
76.8. Yeah. 3-round average is 67. So, that's it. When he gets those attacking stats and he tons up, but he just puts in that base and power each and every week. He's an absolute weapon.
That's it. Lowest score of 59 on the weekend when we got beaten to 0. So that for a centre wing's pretty good.
Taylor May. Oh, okay. Can you bring this up for them so they can have a look too? Taylor May, 97 points obviously on the weekend, 106 the week before. Look, you got to get him for the cash grab this week. If nothing else, you have to get him for the cash grab.
Get him and play him.
Right, well, that's it. I played him last week. I can't believe people left him on the bench. But, that's the difference. That's the difference between our scores this week. All right, straight up. Cam Murray, obviously weapon for South. You will lose him to Origin as well, but... You've got weeks yet. It's all been base and power.
For me, he's not so much a must get for me.
Well, nah.
Nah. I don't think so anyway. Do you think he's a must get, Con?
Oh, I think he's pretty close to, this year.
Really?
I really do. I think he's gone to that next level, and I think he's in the elite now. I think,
really,
especially with the other second rowers, or other forwards in general, pretty much, I think, taking a back seat.
Yeah.
I think he's one to get a hold of. Price here at 714,000, but he's played over 70 minutes, or 72, 77, and 77 minutes in his last 3 games. So if he keeps them up, the numbers will keep coming.
Yeah, it's massive minutes compared to last year for him.
And possible attacking stats. He tracks him, he can hit the line, he can put people through the line. A lot of upside, I think, to Cam Murray.
They're about to open up, as you'll talk about later, I think, too. So, actually, okay. You've swayed me.
Payne Haas, 83 points last weekend. Standout front rower, personally must have. Surprised that you don't have him, Con.
Well, I think suspension pending, obviously, but him and IPAP are, obviously, leaps and bounds ahead of the next front rower at the moment, I think, so... Yeah,
that's it. Look, the goal's to get IPAP and get him in there, but for me at this point, I can't quite afford it. I've got Jai resting up there for the moment. But yeah, I like the idea of going to IPAP. We were talking to a guy before the show, and I think he said he was averaging something like 70. And we saw last year he can maintain that. Jag the attack and stat every once in a while, but he does a lot of the work over there. So yeah, 100%. Danny Tupou, Bergs, I know you're sweet on him.
Very sweet on Toops. Like him.
Loving that left edge.
Very much. That's it. Seems to be their side, as you've seen with Tupanua and Butcher's scores over the past few weeks. So
started slow, but I mean, I think he's gotten at least one try in each of these. But 72, 71, 79 for the last 3 scores. Looks like your keepers for the year could be Toops, Gags.
He's a bit of a quiet achiever, Toops. He goes about his business. He has way more hit-ups than I think he does.
He's got good base.
He honestly has way more hit-ups a game than I give him credit for in my head.
Like, he's not Toto, but I think he's got to be on like a 30 to 35 to 40 base kind of thing.
Yeah, he does a good job, and he's a finisher, you know. That's
in a good team.
That's what I like about Toops.
Good draw.
And he's never not there for it.
No, he's reliable.
He's always
a good winger.
Positionally sound, you know. So yeah, I could never say no to Toops. Juzzy, where you going after Toops?
Puppy. I mean, 193 on the weekend. He's proved that massive scores are definitely attainable in the fullback spot. He's an absolute monster. It looks like the go-to fullback for this year. Crazy to think that barring injury, he isn't a walk-up start for Origin. I mean, number 14, but not like a walk-up onto the...
Mate,
I don't even know if he's a walk-up for the 14, to be honest.
I don't either.
I mean, well, yeah, depending on what game plan they want to run.
He would probably be my 14, but yeah, I don't know if he's a walk-up start.
I think Nico's playing his way into 14 at the moment. But yeah, hopefully for Supercoach's sake, yes, he does make the Origin side. For his sake, I hope he does. Origin's the fucking pinnacle of sport, let's face it. Everyone wants to play it.
Yeah.
Deserves it.
Yeah.
But for me, we're littered with fullbacks in that side. We've got Turbo in the centres. We've got Trell in the centres.
But he's proven that he can come on through the middle.
Oh, he done it for
and
Melbourne
run amok.
and done well. I just think, positionally wise, Nico probably ticks more boxes.
Yeah.
Than him, and that's what would probably sway Nico in there. But yeah, for me, Pappenhausen, if you've still got Turbo and you have to get rid of him this week, that's the only way I'd go with my money.
Yeah, absolutely.
Unless you've already got Pappenhausen, then Teddy's your man.
Yeah.
All right. For the holds, David Fafita, 56 from base and power. I think that's his average at this point. He only got 53 on the weekend. Unless maybe that's a typo, pre and post updates.
That's right, I think.
Purely a hold though, I mean, in his eyes. Tackle breaks and offloads are starting to come. Hopefully he goes large for owners soon. Personally, fingers crossed, because yeah, I'm hoping he does go large for me very soon. I'm looking to hold. He's already lost a little bit of cash. What's he lost? 70k already. Lost 33 of that this week, so he's sort of chugging along, losing cash, which isn't great. But mind you, one big score and he'll throw that on.
I think when you brought David Feeder in at the start of the year, and most guns, when you bring him in, you got to expect to take a 100k hit.
You reckon?
You brought him in at top. You brought him in at the peak of the end of last season's price, their top of their performance, to then come into the start of a new year, little bit underdone, as we've all noticed. By the time round 4 and 5 come, points are starting to flow. Points are starting to flow. So, yeah, you got to sort of expect a little bit of a lull from the bigger name players at the start of the year. Like, they will come good. They didn't start at $800,000 for nothing at the start of the year. You know what I mean? They finished the end of the year averaging 85, I think he did. So he started the year with that price, and he'll probably finish the year averaging 85.
Yeah. I mean, the dude's a monster. The dude's a weapon. I get that. I mean, I just don't think I'd ever actually thought about it and actually gone, you know what? Yeah, I'm prepared to lose, nearly $1 million by the time I go through all the guns. But, I mean, I do believe in them. And that's why I've bought them in as guns. I see them as keepers, really. like ultimately, I do see them as keepers. And so I suppose if I lose a bit, but then that's where I couldn't go near the big namers. I couldn't go near Nath. I couldn't go near Tommy because I couldn't afford for those guys to lose me the same amount of cash between them, but only as 2 players instead of as about 7, 8, 9 players. Because that would have crippled me. Because then all of a sudden, if I stuffed up everything, I've lost 2 mil from my salary cap. You know what I mean? Or near enough to, which is just, oh man, I'm running on fumes by that point. And I was just like, no.
Well, if you started with Turbo, Fafita, and Cody Walker, you fucking troubled to start. You lost a lot of money.
Well, I mean, like, Fifi's only
points.
lost you 70, don't get me wrong. And I'm planning on holding Fifi. So, like, I suppose I can hold him for 1 more week and see what happens. That'll take him out to that 100K, and then maybe I'll make a decision.
In the next 5 weeks, he plays the Eels, Manly, Panthers, and the Chooks. So he's got 4 top teams, which he averaged about just under 60 probably last year against.
Because he has to do that base work. He has to do the hit-ups.
Because they shut down attacking stats. They know how to shut down the opposition's weapons.
Yeah.
So if you're going to get off, now's probably the time.
He's averaging 60. So does that mean, like, how much is he actually going to drop if he gets down to an average of 60?
Another probably 50K.
So, yeah, I can deal with 50K. That only blows out to 120. To lose 120 and then lose him to Origin, that sort of sucks, though. So maybe I will jump off. Being that he's a gun, I can't afford to be losing cash if I'm going to be losing points come Origin time. It's one or the other for me.
It's probably a good straight swap over to IPAP if you didn't start with IPAP. He's on the way up and he's on the way down, so it could be a good swap over there.
That's true. That is very true. Parramatta's still got a good draw for a bit. They do play the first bye. IPAP's not going to play Origin. And he's already averaging more. I think Fifi's averaging 60.
IPAP's just under 74.
There you go. So, all right. Did he get juiced up by attacking stats on the weekend, though? Because didn't they do a shellacking?
No, I think he's just been pretty much all base all year. I think he's just...
Yeah, well, he's just a horse, bro. Okay, CSC for Talakai. Seriously watch if he's keeping that centre spot over at the Sharks. He proved that on the weekend. Top on the ton, 108 points. Absolutely killed it. So, you guys jumping on?
No.
No? Think he's a bit of a trap?
Just too much goes on there for me. When Wade Graham comes back and Connor Tracy comes back, what's his role? Teague Wilton kept him out of the side most of the year last year, so I can't see why he'd make his way back in over Teague Wilton.
That will be by far his best game this year.
Fair enough. Okay, sounds like tickety trap for me then. Chris Randall.
Good money grab if you're up for that, but it's going to cost you 2 trades for, I don't think, a lot of cash.
Yeah, I'm personally not going near it for a cash grab. Unless he plays the first bye, but even then, probably not. Chris Randall, 62 points, 53 tackles in 80 minutes, which is more what we're used to seeing from him. His price will see a little boost and hopefully a nice low break even next week.
Yeah, well, that's what we expected from him at the start of the year. Hopefully he maintains that.
Hopefully.
He has started slow, but now definitely with that 60, whatever it was on the weekend, 62, I'll hold on at least for another week or two just to get those last couple of price rises out of him if you are looking.
Well, if he's going to start averaging 55 to 60, he's going to go up to mid-400s.
Yeah,
but if
500
for a bit, for
if
sure.
you've got the money to upgrade to a cheese or something like that, you do it, you know.
If,
don't worry about those last couple of dollars, like they're a few dollars by the end, you know.
If you've still got some cash floating around that you were saving for Nath or something, and you save 200K by going to Hines instead, or you've downgraded Turbo and you've got some extra cash, yeah, okay, I could see that. But yeah, I'm personally with you, Con. Hold on for a few more weeks before I go for that upgrade. And Lachlan Ilias started to show some life and some confidence. South Straw's about to really open up. And he was taken on the line, which, is promising for attacking stats and for, all those assists and stuff like that. May miss a week with his kick, but solid to hold in Julian's opinion. You boys all still holding Ilias? You'll still put him?
Yeah, he'll get better.
The fact he got his highest score of the year against one of the better teams is promising. It's like, all right, cool. He's prepared to step up against the big boys. Then, yeah, cool. Hopefully he starts building some confidence. We'll see him step up against some of the teams. Like, we all expect South to run amok this year, and
Ish.
Starting to see. Well, I mean, they did pretty well last year. All right, cool. We've got a couple of sells too. So Ethan Bullymore, time to jump off, guys. He's completely dropped from the team. He's not losing you any cash, and you're only going to make about 100K if you're downgrading straight to a cheapie if you've got one. Otherwise, the other option is go for enough somewhere or a cheapie maybe down in the centres, cooler before his price rise, 175K. And yeah, bank the cash, move someone like Targo up to your second row, and get rid of him. You guys going to hold, or you guys going to any start with him?
I never got on.
Nah, same.
Dodge that bullet.
Did you get hit? Yeah, you obviously
Bullymore.
did. You haven't said a
Oh,
word.
Bullymore, yeah, sorry, no, I forgot he used to speak for a second. Yeah, no, I got on. I'm just going to leave him there until cheapie comes along that I can
You got
downgrade
Cooler?
him to. I got Cooler.
So I don't think you can wait another week on Cooler, can you?
No, I got Cooler.
Oh, yeah. Okay,
So that's what I mean. Yeah,
so you can't
Bullymore's
trade
going to
to
sit
him.
there until the next cash cow comes along.
Yeah. Fair enough. The Hammer, 12
Gone.
points this weekend. PCL injury. Yeah. Go.
Yeah,
Gone.
absolutely.
Should have been gone last week, really.
Did you ever jump on?
Nah.
Nah, sweet. And Amon, -1 point. Didn't it blow out to -3?
I'm not sure.
Yeah, neither am I.
Who cares? He's a judge.
Yeah. Really hurts the holders, but yeah, just get rid of him now, pretty
33% of
much.
teams still got him, so
The fact that he's still playing is your problem. He's going to be your A nightmare. He's going to cause you nothing but trouble.
he's just, yeah.
I mean, you're
he's-
only going to make 80K off him.
You're not making shit off him. He's losing money
Look,
now.
if you're not doing the loop and you don't need to be able to play him, but if you're contemplating running the loop, you're going to have to deal with that each week. So you'd want to hope Dragons play early in the week, so that way you can at least see what you're going to be dealing with, because he's going to be a genuine AE nightmare for you most weeks.
Yeah, you got to get rid of him.
Yeah.
Especially in a COVID day and age.
You'd be better off if he got dropped from the side completely, and at least then you could leave him there like Bullymore.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, you'd be happy then. But yeah, so get off a moan. There's actually a bunch more in the article on supercoach360.com, so make sure you jump on there. Work every week. He gives us a buy, hold, sell list, and it's generally pretty on the money. I've been reading it each week, and it's definitely helped me do my trades. So jump on supercoach360.com. Yeah, we generally get most of these articles on a Tuesday, so we upload them every Tuesday. Alrighty.
Makes you crook.
Supercoach 360 podcast.